am just telling you, ladies and gentlemen, that this effort we are taking, this strategy we are taking, please don't oppose it for the sake of it. The moment, you know, look at Jomo Kenyatta International Airport. Bwana Macharia. Just hiyo airport ukitumia unaona hiyo ni airport ya sifa kweli. You know, we are priding ourselves as the largest economy East and Central Africa. Number 6 in Africa. After South Africa, Egypt, Morocco, Nigeria, Morocco, and Algeria. Out of these 5 countries with bigger economy than Kenya, 3 are from the north. 1 south, another one western. Hapa hii dunia yote ya Central and East, sisi ndiye tunanguruma. We are the elephant, ama we are the Simba, we are the lion, roaring with no airport. Shame on us. We must do this airport. We must. We must look for resources to do this airport, my friends. Otherwise, we will lose our advantage as logistics hub of the region. People will move to a tiny country like Rwanda because they have better facilities. Some will go to Ethiopia, which we have just overtaken as the 6th largest economy in Africa. Why do you want to put Kenya subject us to such a shame? Just because we can't be bold enough. And by the way, those who are telling you, sijui tunauza, sijui tunauza, this KPC, Kenya Pipeline, government of President Kibaki identified it for divestiture, for privatization in 2009. Cabinet approved. Hii siasa ndogo ndogo duni hii, some suppliers thinking they will lose business, sijui some staff thinking they will lose jobs, is what has brought us to where we are. And let me ask you about this Safaricom. Munasema. Hii Safaricom, see, we owned it 100%. Kwa nini leo ni 35%? Moi offloaded 40%. Mulipika kelele? Hata tulipata some peanuts. Kibaki came, offloaded 25%. Mulipika kelele? Kibaki offloaded Kenyan 30%, isn't it? Mulipika kelele? Na KCB? See, we used to own KCB 100%. Na Kenyari? Si ziliuzwa? Wacha tuseme zinauzwa. Tuseme tunauza Safaricom. Tunauza KPC. They were sold. Ziliuzwa. Na kwa nini saa hii ni kelele? We are releasing 15%. Kibaki released 25%. Kelele. Hii kelele ni ya nini? Because it is Mbadi. Na hiyo ingine ni Kimunya ndiye alifanya ama ni nani? Was it Kimunya au Merari? Kimunya. Kama Kimunya aliuza 25 na nikiuza 15. Uhuru hakuuza, unaona vile tuko na deni. Our debt rose from 1.6 trillion, now we are over 10 trillion. Kibaki left 1.8. Today in over 10, 11 trillion. Because Uhuru feared to divest. Ati tumeweka ni kama souvenir. KPC. My friend, wachana ni yu puzi. Hizi vitu hata kama nitatafuta zingine. We will look for more of these public assets which have matured. And we release them. And we create a fund. I want to leave a fund. When I'm leaving this ministry, I want to leave a fund with trillions of shillings. So the people who are going to lead this country, I'm pleading with them. Let them make sure they retain me in this position until we have a fund with at least 3 trillion. Ndiye nitaondoka. A fund where now if we want to do our assets, tunaenda tunatoa hapo. Now, let me answer you. Those who are asking, are they going to be shareholders? Huh? I think ni wewe ndio uliuliza hiyo. Na huyu. Very sharp girl. My advisor. You said you want to be in the advisory board. Very sharp. Now, listen. First of all, we are going to make sure that the privatization of KPC is as diverse as we practically can. Anyone who will apply for shares in KPC must get, there must be a minimum that you must get. And by the way, from 900 shillings, you can be a shareholder. And we have made sure that Kenyans are given their pie. Secured. Number one. So we are divesting 65%. 35 bado serikali. I have retained that as a shareholder. 35. But he's 65. 65. You 65. 5% of the 65. Tunapatia employees of KPC. Those who have been working for KPC all these years. Then 15%, 15 is going for oil marketing companies, because oil marketers are the biggest stakeholders in KPC. That one is open to all oil marketers across, whether they are in Europe, whether they are wherever, they will apply, and our local ones. But 20% is for you and I. Individual Kenyans, not companies. Someone asked, the banks will buy all and leave us with nothing. There is one for individuals, you and I, mimi na wewe. But to protect you, because the money you may raise may be less than what I raise, we will first get equal allocation. Is when now we go for those who have more money, if shares are still there. So we start with the small people. They also get like any other person. Individuals, 20%. Then another 20%, institutional investors now. That is where now pension funds, NSSF, if they have money, they can put there. Yeah? Mutual trusts, like Old Mutual, Nini, they can put money there. Insurance companies can invest. So that is another 20%. Then 20%, we are giving the East African region. I've just come from Uganda this morning. I came actually direct here. Uganda, they want to invest in KPC. Because Uganda provides 32% of the market of KPC. Revenue of KPC, 32% comes from the Ugandan economy. That's not an economy you can ignore. And you know we are supplying 97% of fuel in Uganda. Only 3% comes from Tanzania. We want to control it 100%. But we are telling them, we are inviting them, they also become partners in this. So we are expanding. 20% we give the rest of East Africa. And then 20% to go to the rest in the world. So ukiongeza hiyo yote, you'll find that 20% is for local Kenyans, 20% of 65% is 13%. Then another 20% is for our companies, another 13%. That is 26. 26 plus 35 is already 70 what? Is already 61, isn't it? Percent. Oil marketers, majority will also be Kenyan. And then there's our staff, which is 5%, which is about 3%, because it's 5% of 65%. So if you add all that, you find shareholding by Kenyans, including the government, will be about 70%. The company is still Kenyan by all standards. That is KPC. So, sijui kama have I addressed someone in the room?